Hello and welcome to today's session. This is, I'd like to start by saying Om Shri Narayana Parame Guruve Namaha. I'm very happy to welcome you all to the second lecture of the second season of the Guru Anugraham series. I'd also like to start out by wishing you all a happy Mahanavami. Today we will be starting with an invocation. I'd like to invite a new member, Sri Ganga, to sing Deva Dashakam, please. Sri Ganga, you can go ahead and start us with the prayer. Sri Ganga, sir, can you hear us? We can't hear you suddenly. Can you hear us, sir, Sri Ganga? Hello? Okay, so we have no sound at the moment. So I think what we will do is we will try and work with Sri Ganga to come back and work with him separately to get the sound back. I think for now we will start the talk. So very warm welcome to the speaker of the evening. Today we have an exceptional, evolved speaker who all of you are very familiar with. We have already heard him once before on this platform, Swami Muktananda Yati. Swami Muktananda Yati is a disciple of Guru Nitya Chaitanya Yati and lived with Guru, learning and serving him for a long time. After the Mahasamadhi of Guru, he left Gurukula and started sharing the knowledge with inquisitive people. Later, he set up an ashram at Kanjiramattam in Ernakulam in order to disseminate the deep knowledge and philosophy of Sri Narayana Guru. Obtaining inspiration from Guru Nitya Chaitanya Yati, Muktananda ji started the One World School of Vedanta more than 2 decades ago. While staying with Nitya Guru, the idea of a small satsanga group sprouted, which has now gradually expanded. He has written 10 books in Malayalam and 1 book in English. He often travels abroad for the purposes of teaching the word of Sri Narayana Guru. Sri Swami Muktananda Yati has been imparting to us the wisdom of great philosophical texts like Atmopadesa Satakam, Darshanamala, etc. We have today a very warm welcome to Swamiji and we are eagerly awaiting your words. Swamiji, over to you.
Namaste. Pujanaya Mahaguruvinte Tripadangalil Pranamam. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnur, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshal Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Brahmane Murtimade Sridanam Shuddhi Hedave Narayana Edindraya Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Bhagavadai Nitya Shuddha Mukta Mahatmane Narayana Edindraya Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. महनीय चरित्राय ममदारहितात्मने नारायण यतीन्द्राय तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। शिशिरी कुर्वदै शान्दै कडाक्षै शिष्य संजयान् ब्रह्म विद्या कोविदाय तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। वादिनां वादिने वाजं यमानां मौनभाजिने सर्वलोकानुरूपाय तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। यस्य न कल्पदै सिद्धै पादाम्बुजरजोलवा नारायण यतीन्द्राय तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ ദൈവമേ കാത്ത് കൊൾകങ്ങു കൈവിടാതിങ്ങു ഞങ്ങളെ നാവികൻ നീ ഭവാബ്ദിക്ക് ഒരാവിവൻ തോണി നിൻ പദം ഒന്നൊന്നായി എണ്ണി എണ്ണി തൊട്ടെണ്ണും പൊരുളോടുങ്ങിയാൽ നിന്നിടും ദൃക്കുപോലുള്ള നിന്നിൽ അസ്പന്ദമാകണം. അന്നവസ്ത്രാദി മുട്ടാതെ തന്നു രക്ഷിച്ചു ഞങ്ങളെ ധന്യരാക്കുന്ന നീയൊന്നു തന്നെ ഞങ്ങൾക്കു തമ്പുരാൻ. ആഴിയും ഇരയും കാറ്റും ആഴവും പോലെ ഞങ്ങളും മായയും മഹിമയും നീയും എന്ന് ഉള്ളിലാകണം. നീയല്ലോ സൃഷ്ടിയും സ്രഷ്ടാവായതും സൃഷ്ടിജാലവും. നീയല്ലോ ദൈവമേ സൃഷ്ടിക്കുള്ള സാമഗ്രിയായതും. നീയല്ലോ മായയും മായാവിയും മായാവിനോദനും. നീയല്ലോ മായയെ നീക്കി സായുജ്യം നൽകുമാര്യനും. നീ സത്യം ജ്ഞാനമാനന്ദം നീ തന്നെ വർത്തമാനവും ഭൂതവും ഭാവിയും വേറല്ല ഓതുമൊഴിയും ഓർക്കിൽ നീ. ആകവും പുറവും തെങ്ങും മഹിമാവാർന്ന നിൻ പദം പുകത്തുന്നു ഞങ്ങളങ്ങോ ഭഗവാനെ. ജയിക്കുക ജയിക്കുക മഹാദേവ ദീന അവന പരായണ. ജയിക്കുക ചിദാനന്ദ ദയാസിന്ധോ. ജയിക്കുക ആഴമേറും നിൻ മകസാം ആഴിയിൽ ഞങ്ങളാകവേ. ആഴണം വാഴണം നിത്യം വാഴണം വാഴണം സുഖം. ഓം ശാന്തി ശാന്തി ശാന്തി.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That was wonderful. I'm so glad. Fortuitously, it just started working at the correct time. And thank you. That was lovely. It was a fantastic way to start today's session. Swami Yati, please welcome and back over to you. So,
Namaste, Yamunaji. Namaste, everybody. Today, we have the topic for discussion. One world is the topic my friend Shaj has chosen for this day. One world is an ideal for most of the people. Gurudev, our Gurudev, lived that one world in his life. Our Gurudev lived the one world and he spread the knowledge of one world to the humanity. And many of his disciples got the wisdom from the Guru and they started spreading this knowledge with the world. One world actually cannot be actualized in one day or in 2 days or in a century. It's not possible because we need a lot of transformation from within in order to enter this one world. To enter the one world, we have to break our limitation. We have to break our ego, break our limited knowledge. Our Puja Narayana Guru has written a book, Experiencing One World. How can we experience one world? Every object we see in our world is limited. Human being is also limited. Externally, he is limited. But when he goes deep into his being, he can experience the limitless reality. That's a possibility. But most of us do not inquire what is in the depth of us. We live superficially on this earth. Our Puja Gurudev has composed a beautiful verse in Atmopadesha Shadaga, in which he laments for humanity because people are not concerned with or concerned about the possibility of his life. They are, almost all of them are involved in or indulged in pleasures in the world. So he laments, Unaranam, ini uranganam, bhujichidanamashanam, unarenam, ennivanam, anayum, anega vigalpam. Akayal, Arunaruvadulluru, nirvikara rupam. His Malayalam is poetic, so literary, so we can translate into our day-to-day language. One has to wake up. One has to go to sleep. One has to eat food. One has to mate with the partner. Thus, in this way, many instinctual urges arise in a man. Therefore, who is there to wake up to that eternal, changeless reality? This is the essential meaning of that slogan, that verse. Our natural inclination towards life is instinctual, not conscious. We are not conscious. We are instinctual, mechanical, natural, depending on nature. We wake up and we want to sleep. We want to eat food. We try many varieties of food in our life as part of our enjoyment, not to stake our hunger. Rather, we are trying foods, different kinds of cuisines for our taste bud, enjoyment. We mate with partner, we mate with wife. Some people are in search of many kinds of sexual pleasures. In such a way, many instinctual urges, these urges, this pleasure hunting is coming out of our instinct, animal instinct. Everybody has this animal instinct. Guru is saying this is animal instinct. Arise, therefore. Who is there to wake up to the higher reality, the ultimate reality? Guru laments that nobody wakes up to the higher reality. So Guru is compelling, Guru is forcing us to understand who you are. In many of his works, he is trying to convey the teaching, try to realize who you are. Especially in Brahma Vidya Panchaka, he has asked a question in order to ask for us, who am I? The question we often evade and avoid in our life. Who am I? We don't want to inquire or go into the depth of this question. Some people try to answer, I am so and so. This is a superficial, ordinary answer. There is a deep inquiry behind this question. In reality, we are not a name. We are not body. We are not mind too. We are beyond mind. We are beyond body. We are beyond all kinds of thought processes. So such an inquiry we have not done in our life. We have not made in our life. Actually, to understand Guru and his philosophy, we should be a real seeker or a practitioner in spirituality. To practice spirituality means we have to purify our sensory system, our mental system, in order to understand deeper reality. At present, our physical body is completely turned outward. We want to know, we want to learn from the outside. But we have to turn our sensory system and mind inward in order to understand, meditate, contemplate who we are. When we can contemplate on our true reality, we will start understanding the pure joy, the pure love, the pure compassion, all qualities coming from within, not outside. But we have to delve deep into us to bring out these qualities, these positive qualities, to make our life more beautiful. So there is a risk in our life. Naturally, we do not take up that risk because we want to live a cozy life, comfortable life, and not ready to forgo our ordinary pleasures. Ordinary pleasures are very limited, that we know. Many of us know, and yet we are not ready to drop, ready to forgo, discard these ordinary pleasures. On the path of spirituality, on the path of transformation, we have to discard, you have to forget many things previously we considered very pleasurable. So Gurudev, our Puja Gurudev, took to a path. You know, that path is the path of austerity, tapas. That tapas is actually living on limited resource, living in silence, living in solitude, and depending on limited resources for human life. Actually, drinking water and food actually available from the nature, unprepared food, and taking the breath and absorbing the sunlight is an energy. If you sit in the sunlight, there will be a lot of energy for your body in the morning and in the evening. Guru lived in a cave at Marutuamala, wonderful cave. I hope you must go there and understand the beauty of that cave. When you sit in the cave, you can see the beautiful ocean spreading in the western part of the western, not only western, the three parts of the India we can see. There are three oceans there we can see from that cave, Marutuamala cave, Pillattadam cave. Its name is Pillattadam. That cave Guru has chosen for his austerity, tapas. For 3 more years he lived there alone and performed his purification and tapas. Later he got the realization, enlightenment. His ego, we call it jiva in Sanskrit. The jiva was totally disappeared, eliminated by the tapas. Jiva is ego. Ego means the notion, the mistaken notion that I am this body, I am this mind, is the ego. After the disappearance of the ego, dissolution of the ego, Guru came down to the ordinary land and he started communicating with the ordinary people. People wondered when they saw a wonderful person, a jnani, mahatjnani, a wonderful person. He is spreading knowledge, love, compassion, and everything in a human being. Everything in a human being is a rare possibility, but people could see Sri Narayana Guru as a God. A person who has many qualities in one person is considered to be a God. Actually, God is quality embodied. If there is no quality, that person is not considered a God. He's an asura. Asura is not a God. Asura is another vicious being. Asura is not a divine being. God is a divine being. Guru is a divine being. A lot of qualities in which he loved not only human being, he loved animals too. Animals are not afraid of him. Animals loved him. Such a wonderful personality he was. From Arivipuram, he started his journey after descending in the Marutuamala. Such an evolution. I'm talking about the evolution of human being. Naturally, we don't know what evolution. Evolution is, man is the last product of natural evolution. After natural evolution, man has the choice to evolve into fully conscious person. Such evolution is not mechanical natural evolution, but such a transformation is a conscious evolution. Guru has taken the path of conscious evolution and he transformed and he became a fully enlightened person. This enlightenment in a human being is actually a rare phenomenon. That rare phenomenon was Guru. I am talking about conscious evolution. What is the goal of life? What is the objective of life? We do not think human being has a goal. Life has a goal or a certain aim. We do not think about it. Most of the people do not think about the goal of life. They just think to eat, sleep, mate. These are the natural instincts working in them. But Guru is a rare person. Guru is a model for the people who want to change their life. We have to choose the path, right path. All the people cannot choose the right path, but man can choose the path. If you can choose the path, you can move into a different path of evolution, a natural evolution, but we are moving into a conscious evolution. A conscious evolution is into the divine life, into an enlightened life. An enlightened life is different from mechanical, natural life. Mechanical life, an example we could hear from the verse of the Guru from Atmabadesha Shadaka, that is mechanical life. But conscious life is different. A fully evolved life is different. That difference Guru taught to his disciples. Those people came to him. He compassionately shared with them the objective, the meaning of life. We have to realize who we are. When we realize it, there will be peace, there will be joy, there will be compassion within us. We can love our neighbor as ourselves. We know the great words of Jesus Christ. Love your neighbor as thyself. But we will ask the question, why should I love my neighbor? The question is naturally there. The answer Guru can say, the neighbor is not apart from you. The neighbor is yourself. The neighbor is not separate from you. When you realize yourself, you can realize the neighbor is not another person. The neighbor is yourself. The self is in everywhere, in every person, in every being. The one self there are not many selves in this world, only one self, that Atma. The word Guru has used for self is Atma. One Atma in many, many beings. Only after Atma Sakshatkara, self-realization, we understand, we realize that truth. A self-realized person can love everybody. He is a free person. We have attachment because we are not realized. A person who is self-realized has no attachment. He loves everybody. He loves every plant, life from a plant. Even a plant can understand an enlightened person. Such an affinity, intimacy there is between an enlightened person and nature. That is why the knowledge is so valuable. In this world, we are against the nature. We are destroying nature. We are actually in search of development. But a development is a destruction of the nature. But the Guru never encouraged destruction of nature. Guru actually tried to protect the nature. He chose the places, beautiful places for his ashram. Especially he chose his residence at Adivipuram, a beautiful river. On the bank of that river, he lived and he installed the first installation of Shivalinga there. Adivipuram Pradishta, well-known Adivipuram Pradishta is there. It's a wonderful, beautiful forest area. jungle area where many wild animals lived. Guru chose that place. He separated himself from wild nature, forest and wild animals. He loved them. And the next place chose was Shivagiri. It's also wonderful place. Earlier, it was a deserted place. Nobody was there to live. Later, he moved to Aluva. It's also on the bank of Periyar. Wonderful place. So Guru loved nature. He wanted to protect nature. He chose a place where nature has relevance, a mingling of water, trees, and everything, animals. Such a place he chose because an enlightened person is one with the nature. There is no separation. So I am talking about the enlightenment. Guru asked the question, who is there to wake up to the one eternal reality? Nobody wakes up. Nobody wakes up to the reality. That is why the question Guru asked in Atmapadesha Shadaga. Actually, the philosophy is very simple, but the philosophy to live, we have to try hard. We have to sacrifice a lot. We are sacrificing a lot in order to obtain an invaluable thing. The most invaluable thing is not objective world, but yourself. If you do not know the self, what is the value of life? You know many things outside, but if you do not know yourself, what is the value of life? The question is very relevant. This question Guru asked to many people. So try to know who you are. When you know who you are, you will know others also. This is simple logic. This logic is not irrelevant. You can understand that. When you know deeply, you can know deeply the world. So today I have this much to talk to you. So man can transform, man can change into a new man. In a new man can make a new world. The new world, that is actually one world. The one world in which you will never criticize other people. You will behave with other people compassionately. You will try to embrace others, not reject others. This understanding is needed in a one world. One world is a boundless world. Actually, a government in which a one world government is a distant possibility, but a person can transform within him to accept the world as it is. The transformation makes one world within you. Christ has said, the kingdom of God within you. The one world is not outside, but within you. But a greater transformation, enlightenment is needed to understand the one world. So naturally, Guru Nitya Chaitanya, with whom I had the opportunity to live. I was fortunate to live with him. So I could understand what is a one world citizen, who is a one world citizen. Guru enjoyed everything in this world, especially Guru understood every person as it is. He never categorized a person as an Indian and Westerner. He never categorized as a person Hindu, Muslim, Christian. It's a wonderful experience for us. He could see a person as a person. Every person is a person. Not every man is a man. Not only that, I have understood from him to appreciate the music, the literary works from other world. Other world means from Africa, from America, from Europe. The music we enjoyed. Earlier, I was reluctant to enjoy Western music. Now I enjoy Western music. I read a lot of books from other countries, African novels and American, European. No, it is all about human being nature. The psychology of human beings are same here and everywhere. There is no difference. I don't think any difference. There is love in everybody. There is hatred in everybody. There is compassion, everything. These things are in everybody. So one world is a boundless experience. When you experience this boundless experience, you can be a one world person. You can go everywhere and understand, really live with other people as your brother. Not he's a foreigner, he's a Christian, he's a Hindu, he's a Muslim. Don't think that. We need not think that. Everybody is human being. This is the message Sri Narayana Guru actually imparted to humanity. I value this message. Boundless reality, boundless living. That is what we need. That is the possibility of human being. This possibility we can try to work out in our life. On my simple talk, let me conclude here. I am thanking everybody for listening to me. I am happy to thank my friend Shaj, who invited me, my respected, actually motherly Jija ma'am. I'm thanking Jija ma'am. My Jija ma'am, the daughter of Jija ma'am, Jimna. I don't know how to how to pronounce Yamuna. Actually, in Malayalam, Yamuna, but the written word Jimna. Okay, Yamuna. It's good. I thank Yamuna for organizing this program. So, if there is any question, I am happy to respond to you. I'm not a person to answer. I am not a person to answer. I will respond to your question in a way what I feel. Thanking everybody once again. Om.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. I think that you, as always, put it together so well in a way that's so easy for us to understand. So thank you so much. Everybody can unmute themselves and ask the questions. I also hand over to Shri Venu Ravindran. Venu will now take over from here.
Thank you, Yomna. Thank you, Swami. Namaste. Namaste. Yeah, so as Yamuna said, it was really a great insight. In a short span of time, you were able to cover everything, which has given us that insight to us. So now it's time for us to, we have all the audience with us, the light audience. So we'd like each one of them, they can just unmute yourself and ask the question. Put your whatever it's not a question. I would like to say that what's coming in your mind, you can just bring it to Swami so that he can give his thoughts or he can share according to that.
Yeah.
So over to.
Okay. Thank you very much, Madam Saraswati, for tuning in from Virginia, and from all parts of life. People have been tuning in, and it's really, really heartening to know this. And Swamiji, of course, is a very, very popular speaker. And in such a short time, he has given us such deep insight into the one world philosophy. It was Narayana Guru who made this one world concept very popular across the world.
Yeah.
Sri Narayana Guru, yes, in his life, in his teachings, he had brought in that concept very promptly. But I think the word or the expression "one world" was coined by Sri Narayana Guru. Do you think I'm right? Or I would like, since you were with Narayana Guru for so long, you stayed with him. What can you just throw some light of awareness on that, please?
Yeah. Namaste. Narayana Guru actually actually brought out the wonderful thoughts of Sri Narayana Guru into a scientific format. Actually, Narayana Gurudev giving his blessing and bhiksha of 1,500 rupees to Narayana Guru, and Gurudev was sending Narayana Guru to Paris, where he studied all the sciences of world, arts, literature, psychology, philosophy, everything he studied there. And he actually clarified the Guru's Indian philosophical thoughts into a world thought, a contextual change. He made that. One world is the ultimate thought we can make. We want to live in a world unitively, with unity understanding. This understanding is an individual expansion. A person can expand it to a one world person, a one world citizen. Guru talked about a good man or good person. Madhamedayal Manishan Nannayal Madi. Nalla Manishan, a good man. The good man, what is a good man? There will be a question in you and me. The good man is a person where he can live boundlessly in this world. If there is any kind of sectarianistic, hierarchical in a person, he's a limited person. Narayana Guru actually scientifically developed the thought of one world in order to cater to the needs of the inquisitive people in the world. The people at that time, many of the people were struggling to find out the identity of life. The crisis, identity crisis. There was identity crisis prevalent in those days. Hippies and drug addicts and many people, hippies, all gathered around Narayana Guru to get a solution for life. Narayana Guru actually influenced most of the Westerners with his new thought of freedom. Boundless freedom we can experience only by transforming our life. A free person should be a transformed person. External freedom is a natural byproduct of internal liberation. This is the science Guru, Narayana Guru developed scientifically, and his language is very scientific. We cannot understand. For an ordinary person, it's very difficult to read and grasp the thoughts of Narayana Guru from his books. We need a lot of learning, such a philosophical, psychological words, technical words he has used, jargons he has used. So it's necessary for the Westerners, especially academic people. Narayana Guru has written books for actually learning people, learned people. And Narayana Guru actually facing ordinary people around him. So his words are simple and straightforward. So both of these great people were catering to different people. So Narayana Guru was actually a Westerner in attitude. He is very liberal. He traveled a lot. He mingled with many people. Even hippies and with smoking people, he would give classes to smoking people around him. It's not a problem for him. Yeah. It's my...
Thank you very much, Swami, for that, to the point answer. It clarified quite a bit of doubts, I'm sure, in many minds. But in today, when divisive forces are working and world is getting fragmented,
Yeah.
I think that even us, more people are talking about caste and religion and everything, and mother dvesham and things like that is actually being advocated or fanned. This is the time, really. That is the reason why for this series of lectures we selected the one world as the theme, so
Yeah,
that let
yeah.
us just contemplate on it. Let's just you said that mind is most important and the individual is most important. Narayana Guru had said that, but how many of us are cultivating our internal, our atman, uh, purifying our atman, so that we approximate to the thought that has been put forth by both Guru Narayana and
Yeah,
Guru
yeah.
Nataraj. Really wonderful.
Yeah, yeah. Nataraja Guru and Narayana Gurukula, the movement Narayana Gurukula, approached Narayana Guru seriously. Most of the followers of Narayana Guru take Narayana Guru lightheartedly. They think a simple devotee they are. They will drink liquor and they will eat meat. They will do harm to people and creatures also. They are not concerned with the teachings of Narayana Guru. They are devotee only. And a devotee is actually very covetous, means they are very desirous of worldly pleasures. They are trying into Gurudev for their day-to-day pleasures, not for liberation, not for any kind of compassion, love. Actually, we have to approach Guru seriously. We have to learn from Guru. Learning is most important. But a few people, I think 2 or 3% people in among the followers of Guru, approaching Guru seriously. Seriously means they live the life Gurudev has taught us. We need that serious people. In our movement, in many of our establishments and movements, most of them are power maniac, not the real genuine devotee. So we need a change. This age needs a change of our establishment, our movement. That change is necessary. If there is no change, not only in individual, in the organization too, change is necessary. Good quality people should come forward and try to teach and transform the people around them to make a good community, a community of value, a community with value. If a community has no value, the community is a hypocrisy. Everywhere we can see that. It's hypocrisy. It's good for Guru. It's actually tarnishing the image of Guru. Other people will never come to Guru because this blemish or tarnish. That is why we have to approach Guru seriously. That is the fundamental need of the hour.
Thank you very much for that, Swamiji. I would like to also mention that taking off from what you said, that most people are just devotees. They are very happy to read Janani Navadar, the Manjari and Gamba Dashakam, Deva Dashakam, and all the stotras, and they're all beautiful works, and they live, like Dr. Sabu had mentioned, they live in the valleys. They do not even make an attempt to climb the peak. But you mentioned that Sri Narayana Guru talked about ordinary things, talked to ordinary people. But I would like to mention here for the audience, not for you, that Sri Narayana Guru it was who had said that everybody should learn English. English is the language of tomorrow, and he started schools. Number one. Number two, I would like to mention that Narayana Guru brought Kumaran Ashan to Bangalore and gave him in the charge of Dr. Palpu and said, groom him, let him expand his horizon. That's what he said. And Narayana Guru, as you rightly said, Swami, it was who took the contributions from everybody and gave a pouch of 1,200 rupees and told those days when this communication and things like that were not there, Google was not there, he sent him to Europe, which is the center of learning. In fact, even the British people considered a tour of Europe as the most important thing in finishing their education. So that is where Narayana Guru had reached. I do not know who had taken the decision. I really am not that familiar. But considering that Sri Narayana Guru catapulted Sri Nadaraja Guru to Sorbonne, that shows the great vision of Sri Narayana Guru. Even though he lived a simple life, talked to simple people in simple language, but he knew that if my greatest Shishya goes to Paris, he will put the whole concept into a scientific format and will bring the world to this teaching and will take the word of the Guru across the world. But of course, as you said, as you pointed out, underlined, sadly, that we have not done justice to the Guru's vision or what Guru Narayana had said, what Guru Nataraj had done. We have to now take it forward. That's the reason why we have started this series in English, because how do you take things to the world if you don't speak in English, if you don't spread the message in English? We are starting, SNGC is starting a department in Bombay. You cannot go to Bombay and teach Bombay people, Delhi people and all that in Malayalam. You also said you're not very comfortable in switching from Malayalam to English, but we all should force ourselves, the jnanis should force yourselves to start speaking in English, start thinking in English, so that the word of Guru can spread faster and wider. Thank you very much. Please.
Swamiji, namaskaram. This is Tangama Pukutan from Chicago.
Namaste, Tangama Chechi. Namaste, Apukutan Chetan. Namaste, namaste.
So happy to see you again.
Yeah. We meet on the screen now and then. Yeah.
Yes.
I hope you are doing good.
Are you happy there? Healthy there? Okay there? How?
Okay, we all are okay here.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay, Swamiji, we are all doing fine.
Apukutan Chetan, we expected you at this time here, but you are there still.
I could make it because of the COVID this year, but next year.
Yeah. Good.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Apukutan. Namaste.
Anybody else, Ram or anyone would like to have Ram? Dilip, sir.
Yeah, maybe I can ask a question.
Yes, please, Mr.
Hi. Thanks, first of all, thanks, Yamuna, for hosting this, and also thank you, Swamiji, for a simple message. So I'm Rama, based in Raleigh, North Carolina, but basically I'm from the city of Lord Ananda Padmanabha. So I have a question on this self-realization. So we most of us have families, and everything. So for ordinary folks like us, we cannot basically all of a sudden get into become a sannyasi, or those kind of thing. But how is there any tools or small approach, simple approaches where we can actually that will help us in ego management and self-realization.
Yeah, Ram, thank you for your nice question. Guru's teaching is not for sannyasin, for ascetic life, but Guru's teaching is for bettering our life here in this world. So Guru taught actually life management, how to manage your external energy, how to manage your sensory system, the eye, the ear, the tongue, the skin. These are the external sensory system. We use this sensory system for enjoying the pleasures of life. We can manage this system. Our mind and sensory system, we have to use for internally, how to manage our system for internal operation. Internal operation means for the meditation, you can use this system. You have to turn inward in order to experience the meditation, the peaceful experience within you. By practicing this meditation, naturally, you can use your energy and you can use your mind for any purpose with control and with power. Powerful. It's very powerful. Your energy is powerful. You use it. You manage it for your any attainment. So actually, Gurudev taught this dharmic life. Dharma means the life with the discipline. We have to be disciplined in our life. So Srinarayana Dharma, we have to learn that one by one. I am generally talking here. The Dharma is a disciplined life in which we have the control over ourselves. So we can use our life, body mechanism, mind mechanism for anything with control, where you have the success in any field, not only in family life, but in our professional life. If you can control your complete mechanism, if you can operate your tongue, you can avoid a lot of problems in your family life. This is simple way of disciplining our energy, disciplining our sensory system. And you need not become a sannyasin, but be a good man. You have control over yourself. That is what Guru has taught. After that, we can think about sannyasin or ascetic life. Ascetic life is not the fundamental need. It's a distant need. It's a distant need. Later, we may feel to become complete sannyasin. It's not for all, but certain people are in search of sannyasin or sacrifice. Okay, but most of the people want to live here on this earth, but they want to be mature enough to control their emotion, their thought, their sensory system. So Guru has taught meditation and contemplation, and there are many kinds of practical spiritual practices. We have to observe. We have to keep up that, keep the discipline in our life. So try to learn Srinarayana Dharma, a small book in which a lot of things, Panjashuddhi, Panjadharma, and Panjamahayajna, and many other information we have from that book. That is simple, very simple, not very serious, not very strain is not needed for that practice.
What is the name of the book again, Swamiji?
Srinarayana Dharma. Srinarayana Dharma is a small book. Many fragmentary knowledge you have. you can choose that knowledge for your life.
Okay.
Thank you, Ram.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Swamiji, for that information too. Sharing that small. It's a tip. Definitely,
Yeah.
yes. Very informative. So I think it's all. So now, firstly, I'd like to thank Swamiji for being with us and giving us such insight. Number one, and also to each one of you. Okay, I personally I don't want to take the name, but each one of you, your presence, and I'm sure that each one of you have a takeaway from this session of from Swamiji. And there is a few announcement. Next session of Guru Anugraham is on the 7th November, and we have a distinguished speaker, Dr. R. Ash, who is with us today, and he's a senior statistical officer with Government of India, and he will be exploring the philosophical foundation through the outline of one world, economics of Narayana Guru. That is on the November 7th, Saturday at same 8 p.m. One more, the second is in November, we are really blessed to have with us on November 21st. It's not less than a person than Guru Muni Narayana Prasad, the head of Gurukula. He is going to be with us to share. He will be with us to present Guru in the Guru Parampara, and he will be live with us. So request all of you who are with us today to kindly block your calendar for the November 7th and 21st. And we'll be sharing the details, and let us all together, like what Swami said today, let us all take this each short moment to learn and bring in that that pride within us, the light within us to take things forward, going forward. And wishing Madam Jija Madam, we would like to thank you for having this platform created for us. And you'd like to say a closing word so that with that we can close.
Thank you, Vinu. I was not planning to do that, but I would like to take this forward on the hint given by Swami today, that we can, what Nataraja Guru had tried also, we can use this forum, perhaps, Guru Anugraham, to create another community, start thinking, talking, acting on the words, on the philosophy that Sri Narayana Guru had taught us, and basically one world. Can we pluck out the roots, the bad roots of feelings of separation from our minds? Let us all ask the people who have listened to Swami. I would personally request everybody to take Swami's advice and start the one step from today, from Swami's lecture. Take one step to form that community, which develop the light within the our river, and let us go forward on the footsteps of Swami and also Nataraja Guru. Thank you very much, Swami, for giving such insightful talk, and then your very informative answers to questions. Thank you, everybody who have asked the questions.